It's your boy Brucey, man. Big brother Brucey back up in this motherfucker. I got some more thoughts and feelings I'd like to share and talk about. Like I say, the things I talk about are just my feelings, my thoughts. That doesn't make them facts and doesn't make them right. If you agree with me, great. If not, then maybe we can agree to disagree. And if we can't agree to disagree, then keep it fucking moving. It's that simple. I would love for y'all to hit me, email me with some topics or some ideas or some of your own views that maybe we can discuss and go back and forth on. But today, I want to talk about Sesame Street out of the Muppet whose character's mother or father, one of their parents suffers from an opioid addiction. So some people freaked the fuck out when they first heard that shit. Because they're like, let the kids be kids. Don't introduce them to that kind of shit early and stuff. And I agree with that idea. But our society today is nothing like how us as kids grew up or our parents as kids grew up. There's over 5 million children suffering in the United States that have parents who suffer from opioid addictions, who are dealing with direct addiction issues. How many people do we know, like honestly, here in Canada, like anywhere, how many of you know a person directly, not just like through a friend, directly know someone with an opioid problem? We all do. We're all connected to one. Have a cousin, brother, uncle, aunt, mother, father, something, sister, somebody, neighbor, who's fucked up on drugs right now with this opioid shit. It's out of control. And I think that Sesame Street adding that Muppet is a good thing because there's a lot of little kids that will be able to relate to that Muppet. Will feel like they have an outlet, somebody they can look to for some guidance or hope. For a little hope that maybe there's a better day, because I'm sure they're not going to make that Muppet's life miserable on fucking a kid's show. Well, I think that's a good thing. I think that Sesame Street's up on the game. That's a real problem. That's a real epidemic. That's something that really needs to be addressed. And I respect Sesame Street for that. And then, as that day when I noticed that, because I was on the news in the morning, they were talking about this character's name was Karli, and I thought it was good. People were fucking freaking out about it. And I'm like, you need to calm the fuck down, man. Like, what would you rather them deal with? Like, come on, it's not like they actually put an opioid addicted Muppet on the show. It's not like they have a Muppet doing the lead on Sesame Street. Fucking get real. But then they started talking about, I was in my car listening to the radio later, and on the radio it was saying that, I can't remember what country it was. I think it might have been, I think they were talking about Britain, was considering giving heroin addicts free heroin 4 times a day with clean needles at injection sites, facilities. And if that was a good idea or not. People called in and freaked out. Thought it was the worst idea in the world. What have you, what not. And I'm sure a lot of you probably feel the same way. But if you really think about it, well, I don't even want to start thinking about it. There's places that have done shit. I don't know what countries did it. One of these fucking European countries have done this. And then in the study, they were saying, this was what they were saying, that the rate of HIV had went down to like very low. Because they're all getting clean needles. They're not sharing needles. I mean, yes, HIV is still being spread through unprotected sex, but not as fast as it was being spread through intravenous use. So that cut that the fuck down. It cut down a lot of street crime, petty crimes, like people breaking your fucking cars. Like, why would these guys have to break in your cars to steal from you if they could just go get it for free? They get clean needles. You eliminate drug dealer positions. There was nobody getting arrested for selling dope, because how can you sell something that the government's giving away for free? You see how hard it is to fucking sell weed in Canada now? Why the fuck am I gonna spend all that money on your chronic when I can just grow my own shit for cheaper? Or have a friend grow it for me? So you see how the game switches up when you do shit like that. I think it'd be a good idea. I think they should implement that shit everywhere. And then people say, oh, if you do that, then all of a sudden you're gonna have drug addicts. Why don't you just fucking legalize everything then? And I think you should. I mean, you should legalize prostitution, and I would say legalize all drugs. I didn't say produce. I didn't say sell. Like you can go buy edibles and shit like that. I'm not telling motherfuckers to be selling crack off the out of their store and shit. But in all honesty, if you regulated that shit, it would be nobody in jail. Like 90% of crimes are like fucking drug charges for fuck's sakes. People trying to either sell it or smoke it. You eliminate a big population of the jail. Right there, a lot of problems. The government can make money on it, tax that shit, and leave our fucking income tax alone for those of us that work. And just because if they legalize these things tomorrow, people fucking freak out and think, oh, well, everyone's gonna do it. Let me just say this much. I know what junkies look like, okay? I've been around them, I've been related to them. If they legalize meth tomorrow and I could go into the 7-Eleven and buy a fucking gram of meth over the counter, I wouldn't. I don't want to be a fucking junkie. Just because it's legal doesn't mean I'm going to just jump up and do the shit. Oh, all of a sudden they legalize crack tomorrow, let's go smoke crack. Why? Who the fuck wants to do that? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. If you want to smoke crack or fucking smoke meth, you're going to. Whether it's legal or not. That's the whole point of this shit. If they legalize prostitution tomorrow, it doesn't mean I'm going to go pick up a bitch on the side of the street and fuck her and cheat on my wife and ruin my whole family because legally I can. That's dumb as fuck. People who are buying pussy on the street are buying pussy regardless if it's legal or not. Obviously it's not legal, they're going to do it any fucking way. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you're going to run out and do it. If you can legally murder people tomorrow, I'm not a murderer. I mean, some people, that might be a little too far, actually, now that I think about it. I know there's motherfuckers out there that just don't kill people because they don't want to go to jail forever. I can relate to that. Maybe I would murder a couple motherfuckers if I could, legally. But I'll draw the line at that. How about that? As far as me and my own personal health and well-being, no, I'm not going to do nothing to myself. I smoke weed and that's it. That's all I want to do. Alcohol is legal. I don't fucking drink. Cigarettes are legal. I don't smoke fucking cigarettes. Come on, man. Let's get fucking real here. Everybody's all fucking panicking and freaking the fuck out. And the whole idea behind drugs, too. I've been saying this shit. America now is holding these drug companies responsible and shit. With these lawsuits and sending CEOs to prison and shit like that. Different doctors to jail who were writing the scripts. But come on, man. I've been saying this shit. When everybody first started getting fucked up on this dope, and they're breaking it down, and everybody's going all hard on the street, I'm like, where the fuck is it coming from? With cocaine and shit. That was getting imported from another country. You know, those are other players in the game. Like, Canada didn't have pull to be in, like, Mexico or fucking Colombia trying to shut these motherfuckers down at the source. All they can do their best is to shut it down at the border, and we know how that shit works. Okay, there's an excuse there why those drugs are floating around in your country. But something that's made by a fucking pharmaceutical company in the goddamn country, in the building and shit, and you know, like, where it says it where it's made on the fucking pack, for fuck's sakes. You know what I'm saying? And you just let the shit go for years. We'll just keep letting them mass produce the shit. We'll just keep letting doctors write scripts for this bullshit. When they've known for years how CBD and different things in marijuana, and I'm not one of these green freaks either, don't get me wrong. I don't want everybody to start thinking, oh, he's a hippie, he smokes weed, and he's all about CBD and how it cures. I'm not. I know that it helps with pain. I know a lot of shit with weed helps with pain. Different illnesses. And without me having to be a hippie or whatever, and shout out to them too, but that's not my flavor either. I'm just saying, they knew the fucking medicinal purposes in certain plants, and they still know and won't use those. And will give you a drug that they know will fuck you up, and not just you, your whole family up. They've been doing that shit for years. I've been saying that. What the fuck? Why don't they just shut them down there? Why don't they just go check Procter & Gamble right at the source? But no. And then all of a sudden now, people are doing this shit and they're geniuses. Like, I said this years ago. Said this shit years ago. It made no sense. Anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that and shit like that. The same thing with this dope shit. Like, honestly, who gives a fuck? Let the drugs fly. Yeah, you know, watch how quick people would find a different hustle, man. Honestly, tax the drugs, sell them yourselves, create fucking jobs, give niggas real jobs, paying 9 to 5 hours to sell the fucking dope. But the same people who are buying the dope will buy it over the counter if they could. And the same niggas selling the dope on the low level would sell it over the counter if they could. I'm not talking about your big pushers and shit. Obviously, they don't want to lose. But your average fucking guy selling a couple grams or balls, whatever the fuck he's do over the counter. He just eliminated fucking crime on one level and created jobs. Really, if you look at it, that simple. And put in places and put a whole bunch of fucking rehab facilities and stuff in place to help these people when they want to get their life straight. Actually give them real places to go for help. You're creating jobs there too. That's how the shits are work. It's your boy Big Brother Bruce. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I know this.